has got Palmer in the middle. McLennan starts to sprint up and then realises Mullen's going to the corner flag, and he stops. Mullen is taking on his man, and that's the final whistle. Wrexham win. It was only 1-0, but the way Maidenhead always keep thwarting us, thank goodness we saw it out. It was a real battle. Andre is on his back, holding his head in frustration. The keeper had an absolute blinder, and yet he's ended up on a losing side.
Yeah, he made some spectacular saves he had no right to save, Mark.
He was bang out of order, wasn't he?
Totally bang out of order. But we won, as I said earlier, if we win 5-0, 1-0, you only get 3 points. We're on equal goal difference now with Notts County because they drew 1-1. And 1 point behind them again.
Excellent. Well, let's go straight into the Hot Take podcast, shall we? The final score is Wrexham 1, Maidenhead United 0. Wrexham, as you say, closed the gap on Notts County, who dropped 2 home points against Bromley. The decisive goal coming from Aaron Hayden, a tremendous header from a Luke Young corner after a long stoppage when Ben Tozer had a head injury treated. And the story of the game really was Wrexham dominating it, but we didn't score the usual 4 home goals because Andre, the goalkeeper, who was only playing because Maidenhead's usual goalie is suspended, absolutely played out of his skin. He made some ridiculous saves off deflected shot by Tozer, another deflected shot from Mullen. He made a remarkable double save, in the course of which he appeared to punch Palmer in the head on the goal line, but got away with that one. There was also a penalty to Wrexham, Mullen being brought down in the closing stages. He stepped up, went for power, for once sent Andre the wrong way, but drilled it wide of the right post, just sliced it going for power. It was an incredible game, a remarkable amount of head injuries, which meant there were 8 minutes added on to both halves, and then more again, as Maidenhead's trying to throw the kitchen sink at Wrexham, ended up with 10 men because one of their players had to be treated off the pitch. It was just breathless and crazy and fun, and Wrexham win each of those 3 home league games in a row, which is important.
And I think we've got our next 2 away games are very winnable as well. We've got Scunthorpe away a week on Wednesday, a week tomorrow, and then we've got Wealdstone on the Saturday. Both winnable games. But yeah, I mean, the team put in the shift tonight. Yes, we won 0, and I would say yes, we were comfortable, but it had that, they could have just nicked an equaliser. I mean, fair play, our keeper had nothing to do in the whole game.
Absolutely,
absolutely nothing compared to their keeper, who made 6, 7, maybe 8 top draw saves to keep it down to 1-0. Mullen, as you say, missed the penalty when he should have just, the keeper dived, should have just tapped it in the far corner. I thought Wrexham played really well. Their passing was a bit off in the first 5-10 minutes, but after that I thought they all put in a really good shift, played really well. We brought on 3 subs. Head injuries, I think I counted the Maidenhead had 5 head injuries.
All different players as
all
well.
All different players, and we had 2 which had to be bandaged. And it wasn't that type of game, was it, Mark?
Yeah.
No. It wasn't a rough game or a physical game, but it just seemed to happen tonight. Most of theirs came from them ricochet a ball off the face, Luke Young twice, but a good game to watch, but a little bit nervous to watch as well.
I mean, with hindsight, they never looked like scoring Maidenhead, did they? They had one effort right at the start of the second half, which wasn't a chance, it was a phenomenal effort, where it dropped about 25 yards out and it was smashed towards goal by Adams. A hell of a volley, he was stretching for it. It whistled over the bar, but it was a good couple of yards over. See, Howard had an easy clean sheet, really.
He did,
Clifton, the centre forward, most of the game was really isolated. He tried to throw himself about, and he held the ball up well, but he was so isolated that really it was an easy clean sheet, but at 1-0 you never know, and
you don't, Mark. No, that's
Maidenhead have a habit of
frustrating us. Have got that tonight, they were 1-0 and they've obviously conceded a goal to make it 1-0, but we'll all be happy about.
The injury to Tony Cliff is a concern. Let's hope he's okay. He took a knock, it looked like a dead leg, and so hopefully that's all it is.
Leg and bit of ice on that, and light training tomorrow. He'll be back in on Thursday, hopefully.
It coincided with their best spell of the match, and that also necessitated us making a change because they were putting us under pressure. Probably the only time in the game they did, and well, frankly, it just shows the quality of Tunnicliffe, with the fans have really taken to that. He hurt himself before the set piece. The set piece came in, and he made a hell of a defensive header to put it behind, and then was limping around and had to go off. But jumping like that on one leg was fantastic. It really was. He deserves credit. Speaking of good performances, though, man of the match.
For me, I thought Ford had a great game down there on the wing. You know, he ran at the defence. His ball into Mullin when Mullin got his penalty was sublime. You know, I thought he had, you know, nobody else really stood out for me apart from him. I don't know what your thoughts are, Mark. And
I would go along with Ford, absolutely. I thought he had a terrific game. He was creative. He did some good defensive work as well. I thought Young did well, especially in the first half, trying to take things forwards from a deepish position. And Mullin and Palmer didn't have their best games. They had moments, to be fair to them. Lee was busy. Had the sort of game where you felt on another day he just scored two. Didn't quite happen for him.
He just took the wrong options, you know. He was too defensive for me rather than attacking. He would pass back or look to make that extra pass when he had a shooting chance on goal, you know. And he quite a few misplaced passes as well. You know.
I think, to be fair, he was trying to be ambitious with a lot of those passes, but they didn't work out, and his job's to try and make them work out. So a fair point. The three centre backs I thought were good, and I thought out of those, Tozer, especially in the latter stages when Maidenhead tried to sling a lot of long balls forwards, dominated in the penalty area. But I think Ford was very impressive.
He was, very, very
a tough game on a heavy pitch because it's been pouring down for the best part of 24 hours. Maybe good that we got Saturday off and can play on a Sunday.
And poor old Maidenhead, they're still on the pitch there. I'm just doing some exercises before they go home.
Yeah, doing a bit of warm downs. Mind you, there was so much added time. I mean, it's 4 minutes to 10 now. So, what time they're going to get home, I don't know.
After midnight, way after midnight. And most of them all get up in the morning for a job.
Are they part-time? I can't remember. Oh, the Killers have gone. I can hear myself think. Oh God, it's awful. The stupid things I think. Oh well, never mind. Well, that was fun. At the end, it was sort of.
It was, and it's great that we've come away from our 3 home games with
massively
with 9 points, still undefeated. You know, at home this season, another clean sheet mark. Which shows what Tunnicliffe has done for our defence. It seems to strengthen our defence, and we've closed it. We're not letting in those leaky goals like we did against Barnet and against Blythe. So really happy. It is only 1-0, but we're still 3 points.
Exactly, good stuff. Well, stay tuned for more stuff because, of course, the highlights. Well, the highlights is no embargo today, so they'll be out as soon as I can finish them. There'll be the full-length podcast tomorrow as well, looking at things in a little bit more detail. And well, it was a battling performance, and then we go again on Sunday. So
FA Cup Sunday,
FA Cup match,
exciting kick-off.
AAA, of course, will be coming up at some point this week as well.
Which, unfortunately, is very early in the morning for the Americans because we 6:30 Eastern time. 6:30.
No, it's 5 hours. 4 hours now, isn't it? The clocks went forward, so
it'll be
8:30. That's not bad.
But it'll be
breakfast.
5.
Breakfast burrito.
5 West Coast. I'm not sure.
Oh, West Coast confuses me. So East Coast, get some of Neil's sausages. They'll probably arrive by Sunday. Have a nice breakfast.
Unfortunately, we're sold out apart from frozen ones. So,
can't you kill another pig, Neil? That's not a sentence I've said to anyone before.
No. There are some going to market next Monday.
Fair enough. Well, they're going to sort of buy some potpourri, are they? Not that type of market, no?
They're going to buy some Christmas presents.
Oh, not nice. Right, I'm going to start crying in a minute for the piglets, so we should leave, shouldn't we, really? Thank you, everyone who's been listening. Thank you, everyone who interacted on Ask Wrexham. Again, we got as many as we could, but once again, the sort of constant drama of a Wrexham home game meant we didn't get to as many as we wanted to. Thank you, Neil, for the outstanding sausages. That was a treat, I'm telling you. And well, 3 points.
For the enjoyment,
absolutely.
Thanks for listening to us, guys and girls.
Remember Dragonheart tomorrow at 6 o'clock when Neil and I talk about the Altrincham game and then give a long chat about the first of the 2 near-death experiences that Wrexham had in the 21st century. So have a listen out to that. I know a lot of people have been wanting to hear a more detailed version of that. So
yeah, especially American public, I think.
yeah, absolutely. So with the final score of Wrexham 1, Maidenhead United 0, I had to think about that. I could hear your brains going from here.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, we have been Mark Griffiths and Neil Williams from Wrexham AFC. Cole Kapekawa.
Yeah, Kapekawa. You said it a number of times.
Poughkeepsie.
A couple of times you just made me laugh with your pronunciation. Yeah, that's perfect.
Kapekawa.
Yeah.
He's not quick.
No.
But he's not slow. He was actually quite slow. He's how peculiar. The peculiar Kapekawa.
Yeah.
Dental plan.
Yeah.
Lisa needs braces.
No, time to go home, Mark.
Dental plan. Lisa needs braces.